What's up, YouTube? It's your main man, AB the Hero, back again with another video. And in today's video, we're talking NBA All-Star. We'll talk starting lineups, format. We'll look at the fan vote, see where my dog Melo landed. I also have some exclusive footage that I want to show you all. I think you're going to enjoy it, so stick around, watch the video.
With my dude, AB the Hero.
What's
well,
up?
we getting it down in the Ball State, baby.
Hey.
AB, way to get out on the lane. How you get out on the lane?
What do you thought about that, Jay?
I like that. Yeah, I told you, he's a hustler for it.
Let's go. I'm out.
All right. So, like I said, we talking All-Star Weekend. And I feel like we worked hard, man. We got a decent amount of retweets. We got a decent amount of votes in for my dog LaMelo. Ended up getting over 200,000 or so votes. We'll look at that a little bit later. But before we do this, and like I want to make this, I don't want this to be a super long video, so I want to get straight into it. But I want to thank you all for subbing to the channel, hitting that notification bell, and subscribing. The subs been going up lately, and here's what I want to talk about. Is I've been thinking of like, damn, once we hit that 10K, how can I, like, you know what I'm saying, say thank you? Like, what type of thank you video would I want to do? And as you can see, we're really closing in on that, right? So what I want to do is, once we hit 10K, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause we almost there. Once we hit 10K, I'm gonna drop this video right here, right? Now this is exclusive. You've probably seen a snippet of this video here before, but you have not seen the full thing. This is a LaMelo Ball interview that we did with the JBA folks. Let me hit you a little bit.
My name is Blah.
No, my name is
I'm copying your
name, height, weight, age, city,
School.
position.
I don't know. That's all I
So I'm telling you, it's probably the funniest LaMelo interview that you ever seen in the history of LaMelo interviews. And so I want to drop that for y'all, you know what I'm saying? And we'll do that once we hit that 10K mark. I'll probably end up doing like some sort of like reaction type situation to it. But let's get into today's video. All right. So All-Star starting lineups came out, dang, and it's all the usual suspects. I thought we could have broke in there into that starting lineup, but I feel like one of the things that I noticed is that even with the Hornets, they kind of promoted your boy Gordon, Terry. They kind of in the background kind of threw out the vote for Melo kind of promotion, but we never got LaMelo to actually be like, yo, vote me into the All-Star game. So I feel like his social network didn't really get utilized in that way, which kind of makes sense, right? Obviously he probably don't want to come out as a rookie and be like that guy to be like, please, could y'all vote me in the All-Star game? Even though the truth of the matter is that if the fans would have voted him in, he would have been in there if he would have been a top 1 or 2 guy. Like, that's just the way this stuff is set up. And we'll go and look at the kind of breakdown of the votes he ended up getting and all that stuff. But here we go. LeBron as a starter, obviously KD and LeBron as captains. That's pretty cool. I'm glad to see KD, you know what I mean, reclaiming that kind of second spot in the league. Steph Curry and them. I believe that the way they did it before is, and I don't know if they're going to do this, is these were all of the people who are going to be listed as starters, but then they get to pick teams, right? And that's where the captains come in. So these guys won't necessarily all play on the same team. It'll be based on who pick who type of vibe, and then it'll break down that way. The game format will be exactly the same as last year, which ended up being pretty much one of the most competitive games in All-Star history. If you can go back and watch that like final clip and of the last like 3 minutes of it, and they're playing like playoff basketball. So imagine that LeBron and Kawhi and all your top players in the All-Star game going as hard as they could possibly go to try to end that game. Only thing wrong with it is they ended on Anthony Davis free throw instead of like an actual bucket, but they were playing some lockdown defense, and this would have made it like that. So it'll be interesting. Basically each quarter will be its own game. So whoever scores the most points in the 12-minute first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, so it's like that will you'll get 1 and 1 and 1, and then they'll take the cumulative, add 24 to it, and then whoever gets to that number first is the winner. Last year too, what they did is they had these different charities, and they had the people sitting in the stands. So if your team lose, then your charity don't get the bread. And that also motivated folks. This year, the charities and things that they are working with let me see, I think I got it up here. Yeah. So a lot of HBCUs, so historically black universities, and funds around that will be kind of the ones: the Thurgood Marshall College Fund, United Negro College Fund, National Association for Equal Opportunity in Higher Education, Direct Relief Fund. So it'd be some HBCUs and then some COVID relief information and stuff like that with that as well. But let's look at this. Here's the numbers. Here's the raw data from the votes. Let me see if I can zoom in here a little bit. All right, so we got my dog LaMelo, who did not crack the top 10, which is so crazy to me. They ended up having him end up with, let's see, where we at? LaMelo is here, bam. 299,000 fan votes, which ended up being like ranked 13th. So even if didn't even crack the top 10 there, he actually got a decent amount of player votes, I feel like. 14 player votes, ended up being 15th amongst players. So I feel like that's respectable, right? When you get the player votes, they saying like, yo, the little ball can ball, you know what I'm saying? Now, it could be all 14 of those could be Hornets, you know what I'm saying? But still, that's still a lot of respect. The players want to see you kind of play in this game as well. Didn't get any media votes, but the media typically votes, you know what I'm saying? Like we talked about in our pre-thing, like they only vote for the same people, right? The media wants to be right. They don't want to come out and have their vote exposed as didn't voting for the guy who should have made it or who ended up making it. So that's where you get that. Your boy Terry Rozier was here, I believe, cracked number 21 here with 40,000 votes, 45,000 pretty much. Your boy Devontae Graham is not far behind. Let me see. Yeah, 23,000 votes. So you see, and let me see this. Let's see this. 23,000 votes, 6 player votes. So that's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Terry Rozier, 10 player votes. That's really what shows to me where you ended up at. I think Gordon Hayward actually cracked the top 10. At number 10 right here, ended up with almost 500,000 votes. So that's big. So the Hornets, you know what I'm saying, they showed up and showed out a decent amount for this game here, you know what I mean, as far as the All-Star votes go. But here's the thing for me, right? I seen this tweet here a while back where Terry Rozier is like, yo, let's get your boy Miles Bridges into the slam dunk contest, and I'm all for that, right? But I think I'm down for this, and this is the campaign that we running right now. Swarm the NBA All-Star. I want to see Terry Rozier at the three-point contest. We talked about this before. Number 2 in the league right now in catch and shoot, three-point percentage. Your boy LaMelo, already these folks is talking about him being in the skills competition, leading all rookies in damn near all the categories. So how dope would that be if none of the Hornets made it to the All-Star game? However, we could get to see them like take over the night as far as the different competitions go. Slam dunk contest, 3-point contest, and the skills challenge. I want to see that, man. Go to the Twitter over here, retweet this so we can make sure the folks see it. You know what I'm saying? You could download the picture, repost it, all of that good stuff, man. I feel like that would be dope, and I would love to see that, man. And if that happens, we'll definitely be covering the All-Star game moving forward and all of that stuff. And to be honest with you, it's not far-fetched, right? When we think about the front court for your boy Gordon Hayward to actually sneak in and be an all-star in the front court, right? He would have to jump a few different people, but this stuff here is based on coaches and all of that stuff. And while some of these guys are talented, I believe that they put Gordon Hayward in before they put a Jeremy Grant in. Jimmy Butler probably's got the edge there. Julius Randle is in New York, but I believe Gordon Hayward goes in before Julius Randle. So, you know, you just never know as far as him. So that would be cool to have Gordon in the actual game, Miles Bridges in the dunk contest, Melo in the skills challenge, and Terry Rozier knocking down the three-point, taking home the three-point championship, and the Hornets swarm NBA All-Star weekend. I'd love to see it. And like I said, once we hit the 10K mark, we will go and I will drop this Melo video. I'll probably do like a reaction to it or something like that, like I said, and kind of show y'all. I'm telling you, when I tell you it's the funniest interview that you ever seen, it is the funniest interview that you ever seen. It's your main man, AB the Hero. We out.
No, not peace. +1, triple B's. We out.
There it is.